Hello and welcome to episode 80 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. So, in the last episode, we got the news that uh, I was about to say Leviathan, but I mean Ramu was about to get summoned in the 12th Wood. So, let's go and talk to this commander here and see what's going on. Joffrey of the Science, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. But my men stand ready for any eventuality. I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray, make your way to Nopfiga's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to Lotus Stand. Alright. Let's see here. Conjurers again. The other science have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Hey. And let's do this. Would actually love to make a house in this game with this music playing on repeat. I love this music, it's so calming. Alright, let's see what
Scions of the seventh dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelves Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelves Wood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramu himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. You have my thanks. Pray make for little solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelves Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands Veorzia shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Alright, there we go. It was a while ago I was in this place. Of your desires? I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the Primal Ramu himself. An unviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Alright. That's just the magic stuff. And there he is. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. This one returns and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched one summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please come with this one. I will never get used to how they actually talk. Alright. Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within Sylphlands. This one must proceed carefully, and keep an eye out for touched ones. Alright. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say for a while, for now. Walking one will find wise ones not far from here. To the south, go in safety, walking one. Well, more southwest than south to be honest. Papalimo, let's see what you want. Good. So it's actually you. I am relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Yustola's face when one impersonated you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. Oh, yes it is, actually. At any rate, as I was saying, I finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph Epherite. Come, Geoffrey, the Lord of Levin awaits. Alright, let's, here we are. Oh.
Thine order betrays thee, servant of Heidelin. Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Gridanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much, not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye, but there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
All right. So, as you notice, not all, well, most of them, the primals are evil beyond beyond measure, but some of them really are not. The striking tree. All right, so there we go. And holy crap, that was fast. Comments. Well, I guess I don't need to cut this out. Alright. And I love this music. There we go. Not too hard. Oh. Alright.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Assyrians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
There we go. Alright. Yeah, so I think Lord of the Living, or Ramu, is probably the only primal that's actually somewhat good. And even when you speak to him, he actually alludes that he knows what kind of damage he does to the world just by being there, which is very cool. And I don't think I actually picked that up yet, but yeah. So reputation. You can have reputations with the beast tribes in this game. So in this case, I have unlocked the reputation with the Sylphs here. So I can actually do daily quests with them. I believe it starts right over there. And you can gain reputation and also gain stuff from them. Godfrey, you have returned. May I ask how Ramu received your visit? He challenged you to a test of arms? It is well then that you have some experience in such matters. Yeah, only some experience. I haven't done much. I'm always laughing at this comment here. The people of both Gredonia and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin have accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Geoffrey. The Elder Seedseer must be informed of your deeds at once. The Elder Seedseer will wish to hear of your experience firsthand. Pray, return to Gredonia and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurers at Nofika's altar will expecting you. will be expected. Very well, Geoffrey. Alright, let's head back and see what the seeds here has to say. Tell us. Endurance skill. Welcome back, Honored Scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see your return. The Elder Seeds here awaits you within. Right. Go and speak to Elder Seeds here.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
All right, there we go.
Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Alright, there we go. So, let's speak to Papalima here and see what's going to happen now. Doesn't another daunting mission, eh, Geoffrey? I'd hoped Lord Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the primal sudden challenge. And it seems that Uranger too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Geoffrey? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stone and ponder the lessons of the day? Sounds like a plan. And let's head over to Raymond's Toll. See what we learn this time. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty sure that Lord Ramu is probably the only one that actually knows that he alone have an effect on the land of Eorzea when he is summoned. And I come to that conclusion mainly because, well, just listen to the others. Like, yeah, I will be, I will convert you to my will, blah blah blah, and I will gain more power. And well, we all know that if Primal gets more power, it also consumes more ether. So, yeah, in the end, if you would let the Primal be in this land, it will consume it. But look at Lord Ramu. Like he got a few sylphs, the touched ones, but he's not looking for more. He's just being there, protecting them. And if someone comes to the well, intrudes on their territory, he defends it. So yeah, quite a different. What should I call it? Primal, that's for sure. Welcome back, Joffrey. What of your monumentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you? I would fain share news of mine own, but the Uranger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing, witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with the profound insight regarding the nature of ancients' immortality. Let us assemble and discuss this observation together. Alright? And we can... oh, it continues.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own. taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
"'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus..."
Oh, sorry about that.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
"And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body."
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
"A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh."
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon, be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Asian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
The Lord of Levin is returned to the Ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramuh's quintessence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man. Idolin's servant grows mightier by the day. Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and worn. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Divine seeds were ever want to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and they eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and one true God shall come again. Alright, okay, so I will end this episode here. I hope you'll, excuse me, enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to hit the like button. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. And if you like my content, feel free to hit the subscribe button together with the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of my episodes. Yeah, so until next time, stay safe out there.